And it's the Red Leaf Retrocast Anime edition here. It's episode 94. I am your host, JD, joined by Tori and Hickey for not yet another fun episode.
Another one.
It's been a long time in the making. We are finally finishing this 1980s baseball / romance anime Touch.
Yay!
Enthusiasm!
Yay! Woo-hoo! I mean, maybe I would be more enthusiastic, if we got to it a little bit earlier, because now it's one of those things like it's been on the back burner for so long that I realized going into the show again, I'm just like, do I remember what happened? Somewhat.
Good enough. I was kind of the same way. Good thing after every season, like the first episode or two are nothing but recaps.
Yeah, see, I thought about watching them, but then I was just like, no, I don't really care.
Yeah, I watched them. I was like, I've seen this before. I forgot they have recap episodes.
Yeah,
I've seen this before. Why are you watching this episode? We reviewed that episode last time. And it was like, no, there were recaps. It's like, oh, that makes sense now.
That makes sense now because they seem kind of disjointed.
The weather is warming up, at least for Tori and I. Hickey, the weather's cooling down for you.
No.
I was about to say.
No.
Be careful.
It was raining a lot last week. Just rained a lot. Like a lot. My building got struck by lightnings and stuff. But now it's hot again.
It's always something with you, Hickey.
I was there. Well, not literally there, but
What, were you guys in the middle of playing Apex Legends and all of a sudden, zzz, where'd he go?
Not really. But we were talking, and then suddenly it's just like I get a message from making me like, power's out. We got hit by lightning.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you lived.
It was okay. I live in a building, and it has,
I also live in a building.
What a coincidence. Does it? I guess it has a lightning rod, and it's very common in your neck of the woods.
Yeah. Should be.
There you go.
I hope it is.
You hope. You'd be surprised how many
I
places
hope.
don't have lightning rods on it.
We do. So that's good.
Well, I am basically caught up on a couple anime I've been watching. Like
Good
you,
for you.
Tori, after Gankutsu, got kind of in a nice little mood to binge watch Touch and finish it. And then I was like, man, am I going to watch the Bishi Boy Skate anime? Am I going to watch Jujutsu Kaisen? I ended up going with the Shonen Fight anime, and gotta say, all caught up. Very fun so far. I really like the fight scenes and how the demon, this like Earth demon curse character, real cool fight, real cool setup. So definitely right up my alley. And then Dragon Quest continues to just be an easy, fun watch. So that's where I'm at.
Amazing. I'm still on that part where I told myself I was going to watch some anime, so I watched a couple of episodes of a couple of anime that I'm way behind on, and I was like, yep, I'll definitely keep doing this, and then I haven't done that.
Well, don't keep me in suspense. Which anime was it?
Hold on. It's been a couple, it's been like probably over a week. I watched a couple more episodes of Horimiya, which I really like. Nice little romancy thing. Kind of fun character interactions. I watched a couple more episodes of Tomosaki-kun, which is the fucking like self-improvement light novel show. It's got some decent humor in it. I'm enjoying it. It's not amazing. It's like a 6 out of 10, 5-6 out of 10. But it's fine. I like it. And yeah. Watch some more Log Horizon.
How's that going?
I'm enjoying it, but it is one of those things where it's like, it's kind of the problem I've always had with Log Horizon. I wish it wouldn't do more with some of its setups and stuff, because the biggest problem for me with Log Horizon is that, and I know this is what the show is like, it's a lot of talking, a lot like theorizing, a lot of strategy, a lot of just mind fighting, I guess, where it's like you're trying to fucking outsmart everybody else. But it is a little bit disappointing sometimes when it's like, oh, are we getting to some sort of climax now? And then two characters get together and then they talk it out, and it's like, oh shit, you beat me. It's like, oh, okay. Great,
Epic
great.
conclusion.
Like, man, he outsmarted me. Damn it.
Shitoi. Took his glasses. The end. Like,
Yeah.
wow. Impressive.
Basically. Basically is. Nah, but it's like, it's fine. It's what the show is. It's always been like that, kind of. It had a little bit of fighting in the beginning, but, you know, it's not, the fights and shit like that isn't exactly, it's not the point of the show. So, it's fun. It's a fun show. But yeah, nah, still haven't started Attack on Titan, like I've said many times now that I would. So
Yeah, I haven't started either.
I'll definitely binge it once it's over. But that's basically what I'm going to be doing now. Now that I don't have a little bit of time, I'm going to binge watch some anime.
Yeah, I got a lot of shonen
try
to
that
binge
out.
watch myself to really
me not-
truly
not
catch
me.
up on. I think I might spend my entire afternoon doing that, actually.
I'm definitely not.
Yeah, I got a big list. Not sure if Attack on Titan's going to be the first one I tackle. I think I might do some Food Wars, actually.
Hmm.
So that's where my train of mind is thinking. Not quite yet to go on the Detective Conan One Piece binge that I do annually, but it will come. It will come. Don't you worry. Instead, I've been really into continuing my 2021 phase of kind of the visual novel games of Danganronpa, Phoenix Wright, among a couple others. Finally beat Danganronpa last weekend. Very happy. Lots of despair was felt.
The first one?
Yes, the first one.
Ah, I see. Did you enjoy it?
I did enjoy it. I did. It was I was... Once they kind of revealed this 17th student, I was just... It was always... I kind of had the big reveal in my head. That's how it was going to be. I was like, okay, either one of these two characters that died at the very beginning, they're not actually dead. But I'm like, well, we saw them dead, though. But it's anime, so it was always... There's probably going to be some tomfuckery involved here where they're just going to retcon it, right? And then the 17th student is like, all right, how are they going to use that to be the actual character? And the detail that I noticed was kind of always in your face. I go, it's always the more obvious thing. And you just got to kind of put the puzzle piece together correctly. And I would, if I had to put a percentage on it, I say I was 80% correct on the big final reveal. Now, where I am still lost is the whole "don't worry about it" scenario. That is my phrase I've been speaking about lately, where it's okay, if you got to think so much about it, it's convoluted, just don't worry about it. just brush it off your shoulder. If they don't care, I shouldn't care. I'm trying to be more serene in my thinking. So this whole like, the world was actually destroyed, a year ago, and your memories are wiped. It's like, okay, I knew half of that. Why is the world destroyed? In the anime, or not the anime, the game.
Well, there
is an anime,
too.
yeah. And I did watch some of it just to see how it compares to the pace of the game, because the pace of the game is incredibly slow.
The anime is way faster. That's like
the anime is unbelievably fast, and it's so hard to keep up. It's like, man, if I hadn't played the game, this would just be way over my head with information dump.
Yeah. I mean, in the anime, they're just not aimlessly running around every single place, just like you do in game.
Yeah, it's just snap, snap, snap. We're to the next scenarios, and because they're talking super fast, and it's pretty wild. So, the world was destroyed a year ago. Everyone's like, what? And then the very next thing is, okay, don't worry about that. Let's get on to the real thing. And it's like, but that seems like important information.
Thanks, all right.
Yeah.
No, it's funny stuff. I'm not a big fan of the Danganronpa games. I tried playing the first one. I don't like it. I don't enjoy the puzzles and whatnot. I don't enjoy the interrogation. It's like it gets really repetitive really fast. So
the rhythm game, I think, is a little cheap with its difficulty and what you need to do. It's when those button prompts disappear and you just kind of go by the beat. It was a little overly difficult for me. Not the end of the world. Just kind of put it on easy mode, and I'm like, oh, this impacts the game 0, so hooray!
It's always like that.
I did get the good ending, so I was happy about that.
Nice.
Nothing drives a person more insane by getting the bad ending in a visual novel, and you're like, fuck, I gotta do this again.
Have you played the Zero Escape games?
I played the first one, 999.
Ah, yes, you did. Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's actually on my list to tackle the sequel to that once I'm done with Phoenix Wright. I'm halfway through the last case file, and I gotta say, the third one I was not a fan of. I obviously I'll be talking more about this in depth on the Retro Gaming podcast, recording tomorrow. We're almost back at our every other week release dates. Did get some emails about that. I was like, oh no, people are like overwhelmed with the few fans we have that listen to like everything that's put out. They're like, stop putting out 12 hours of content in 3 days.
No.
It's like, maybe?
Hey, look at the bright side. Used to be 20.
Oh yeah, the episodes used to be way longer according to it all, but it was still spread out.
Yeah.
Anyways. Yeah, Phoenix Wright's been a trip. I definitely am more in the appeal of these visual novels. So yeah, the second Zero Escape, I probably will dive into the second Phoenix Wright game before another Danganronpa game, because that was very long.
Yeah, nah, but what I was gonna say is just I definitely prefer the Zero Escape games just because, like, I don't know, the games are pretty good at making you feel like you're a lot smarter than you actually are. Because like I like going into like the problems, since the Zero Escape games are more point and click adventure typey more than you know straight up visual novelty. So it's like I like that they kind of just put you in a room and then just lock the doors and be like, okay, now you need to figure out what is happening, what is wrong, and what potentially what are potential clues to solving the mystery and getting out of here.
No, I absolutely agree with that. It's much more interactive.
Yeah, so it's like also you sit there, you piece stuff together, and it's like, oh, I get it now. I'm so smart.
Yeah, there's also the replay value. At least the first one. I remember playing the first one. Better play once, and there's still a bunch of things left out, and then you need to play again, and it's like, oh, the game changed.
Yeah, a little bit annoying about the first game because it actually forces you to do that. You can't get the good ending the first time,
right,
or the second time, or like you have to play it multiple times to get the true ending.
You play
a little bit,
three, 4 times to get the actual ending.
Yeah, and then you have variants on that ending as well that you can go for if you want to. But it's fine. I like it. The first game isn't very long, so it's fine. It's like it took me like I don't remember 10 hours, probably a little bit less than that, to beat it the first time. And then it's like every other time that it's just like 2-3 hours go by real fast.
If that
you just skip past everything. You skip past everything you already know anyways.
Danganronpa was like a 40-45 hour game. It was insanely long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, the second one is even longer.
Oh man. Yeah, I'll probably win.
They have like a level up system thing. But then like you can just level up by walking. So you just get to the central hub, and you get your pad, and you get the stick, the walking stick, and you just tape it to the side, and the character will just keep running around, and you just leave it there until you reach like max level.
That actually sounds fun. Just cheese the game, and then you're totally fine from then on.
Pretty much, I did that. No shame. Like, it's not my problem they put that in a game. I'm just using the mechanics to my advantage.
It's not a bug, it's a mechanic.
Yeah, it is. So I'm just using the mechanic.
Well, there you go. Well, anything else going on in the world?
I don't think so.
Don't think so?
You know, people are dying.
Well, I mean, that does happen every day.
Yeah. Vaccines are going to slow down again. You know, good shit.
Slow down again, Tori, you say?
Yeah.
What, did Norway get a call from Angela Merkel saying, this vaccine is too young for me?
No, but Like the well, first things first, the
Boy, German
AstraZeneca
politics. I'm
vaccine.
sure our audience is very familiar with that.
Yes, the AstraZeneca vaccine was. There are something that suggests that maybe you will have like a blood clog taking it, so they suspended it for now to test it. Plus, they've also come out and said that production isn't going quite to plan, so they can't give as many vaccines as they promised. So there's that.
Gotcha.
So now we only have the Pfizer vaccine and hopefully some other ones later. But so for now.
Yeah. Supposedly May
everything is gonna
1st,
go
I
down.
will be able to apply and get mine. So fingers crossed there.
I will probably never be able to apply and get mine, but that's fine.
Oh.
Yeah, they're not planning on vaccinating the entire population, only those that need it.
Oh.
For now, anyways.
Okay.
And then we'll see what happens in the future.
Gotcha. How about you, Hickey? You gonna get a needle shot filled with science?
Probably not.
No.
No. Most likely not. But like I'm doing well, so that's that.
All right.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Once it's my time to take the shot, it will be just like, yeah, but you can choose. It's not obligatory anymore.
Was it ever obligatory?
Here it is.
Yeah, it's not obligatory here, so.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the Supreme Court ruled over every single other power and just decided to rule the country. So we're getting a little bit weird in a sense. So they're just deciding everything.
Of course.
So they decided it is obligatory. So for example, if I get called to vaccinate and I don't go, I might just like lose my job and they cancel my register, so I wouldn't be able to do anything government related.
Oh wow.
They will
Yeah, that
suspend
sucks.
everything, and it sucks. Yeah, because the
Yeah.
Supreme Court sucks. But it's okay. It's fine. It's okay. I'll probably pay for mine anyway once it's time.
Oh. All right.
Man, I'm not taking one of the vaccines the government is giving out. Fuck that.
You're not alone in thinking that. The whole distrust of the government. It seems to be a big theme these days. But I think in your case, Hickey, with the Brazilian government, you might be onto something.
No, it's not about the government.
No?
It's just there's a bunch of vaccines. I will choose the one I want. That's why I'm going to pay.
Oh, I get your thinking. So you're just based on trials and tests and whatnot.
Yeah,
like you would prefer the Johnson & Johnson one over the Pfizer one. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm not fucking taking the Chinese one or the Russian one.
Oh no, I wouldn't take those two either.
I was about to say, are they approved where you are?
No, they're not
They are.
approved.
The Russian isn't. The Chinese is, because it was developed
No way.
together. It was
Oh my
developed
God.
together with a Brazilian institute.
Wow. Yeah, I wouldn't take those
All right,
either.
then. Yeah. None of those are approved where I am.
I don't. Yeah, call me crazy. I'll just go on a limb. I don't think the Chinese and Russian vaccines approved in America either.
Yeah.
no. I'll take probably like the Oxford one if I can pay, of course.
Okay. You want to talk about anime? You want to talk about baseball?
Do they get vaccinated there?
I mean, it depends on vaccinated with steroids.
Well, that would be interesting.
That would definitely make this anime a little bit more intense. Fucking jacked up 18-year-olds.
I can't believe it. You actually did it. You actually got us to caution. What did you do? Steroids.
Steroids. Straight up answer.
You just see fucking Tatsuya comes out. He's got a long beard, fucking like just giant muscles, pulsing veins. But let's go.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything, but those guys in Somi High, they were big for the age.
Oh, yeah.
Those guys were those.
Got
The
the
only guy
big
who
conspiracy theories going on with Touch the Anime.
the only normal teenager was Nita. The other guys were just massive.
Yeah. And one dude who literally fucking, why do you even use a bat? You could just punch that ball.
Just swings the forearm, flexes extra hard. Yeah, home run. All right. So I got a fun drop that we came across for this one. It is Truck-kun Strikes. So here we go as we get on with Touch, the finale.
あ、俺ゾンビっす。
All right, I paused that. The fucking music just keeps going for Truck-kun. Is this a zombie? Oh, that's hysterical. It's a 4-minute video of just Truck-kun murdering an anime character. It's quite nice. It's quite nice. Do recommend. Good little haha. So this is Touch, the finale, season 4, technically, I guess.
Yeah.
101 episodes. We finally did it. I started watching this anime on April 19th, 2019. So it's almost 2 years to the date that we finally finished this sucker.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. The last time we talked about Touch was in October of last year, and then before that was August of last year. And then our very first episode, as I'm looking for it, oh, that's not a good sign. Let's see.
It was never brought over.
July 2019. So, whew. It's been the journey. Been a journey. So, if you haven't listened to those episodes in the past, definitely go back. Just type in Touch in the search bar. It'll come up. Every episode is titled based on the anime we reviewed. Overall thoughts over the show and how it ended. What did you guys think?
That was the longest Oni coach arc of all. And
Yeah, no kidding.
It was.
so fucking long. I was like, okay, here comes the hard change. It was on the second to last episode. That was the hard change. I was like, oh my god, this dude, well, you are so stubborn.
Hey, man, he got bullied.
You got bullied that one time.
It was fun. It was really, really nice, actually.
A nice ending.
Probably because you only have like the conclusion. We've been like, again, watching this for the past 2 years, so it's finally to have a conclusion to many of the individual stories from each character, or like most of them, even though some were nice, the other ones weren't that nice.
Who's in the room with you, Hickey? Who banged on the door and walked in?
No one banged on the door and walked in. That was a chair
Oh,
in the living room.
was it a ghost moving your chair? Oni Coach came in?
When your coach can't do that, he got blind.
Dude, this
Hey, man,
coach,
you got
after all
correction.
of this, just being a complete dickhole the entire time, and at the end of the game, he just collapses. Take me to the hospital. I'm blind. Like, what?
Yeah. I mean, I saw that coming. Those has been there the entire time. I like it though when he's just there, fucking standing there talking to Tatsuya, and he's like, "Tell me what's happening." It's like, what do you mean? You can see what's happening. Just tell me what's happening. Oh, you're I see. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, we scored.
My God, so ridiculous.
Take me to the hospital, you will never see me again. Ironic, isn't it?
Right?
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I like the whole Oni coach thing. I do find it kind of funny though, when they meet his childhood crush, the one who married his brother, and it's just like he's been bullying the people in the club, and it's like no, he would never be capable of doing that, and I'm just like. He punched Tatsuya on day 1 in the face.
Don't worry about that. It's in the past.
He is incapable of treating people badly. I know you haven't seen him in a few years, But I think you should probably go and see him again.
You should probably go check out his training sessions with teenagers where he brutalizes them.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
he's definitely not the person you grew up with. He now bullies and beats up kids.
Yeah, no.
And he's also going blind.
He is. He definitely is. Nah, it was a lot of fun. Nice conclusion. I'm glad I was wrong on my presumption on the ending.
Okay, so what was your presumption on the ending?
So my
Just to
presumption on
remind
the ending was that something would happen that would once again come in the way of them going to caution.
Mm-hmm.
Reason being was because I saw, again, like I said, I was watching Mix when it came out. And
Right.
Mix is obviously by the same mangaka and uses a lot of the same ideas. One of the things that they kept harping on was a failed attempt at going to caution, which was a result of the pitcher getting injured. So I was like, "Oh, are we gonna do the thing where Tatsuya will pitch himself to death?" Like, not literally, but like break his elbow or something. You know,
yeah,
just,
requires big Tommy John surgery. Goes like 14 innings. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
It's like inevitable in all sports anime where they bust themselves so hard they have a life-threatening injury of some kind and they can never play the sport again.
Yeah,
I mean, they did that with Nishimura.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. I'm pretty sure the Mix was referencing Nishimura and not Tatsuya.
Yeah, so a good little good little hint that doesn't spoil the actual original anime. So that's pretty cool.
Again, like because the new series does use a lot of the same things, but it's like things are mixed around. The relations aren't exactly like you think they should be. Things are a little bit mixed because again, right? It's trying to base the kids as being like not. I don't remember if they were the direct descendants. I don't think they are. I think it's the next generation after.
Oh, so the grandchildren.
Yeah. So and so it's like it'll be like, you know, these people got together, they had kids, those people got together, they had kids, and that's kind of the relation because it's like the idea with well, the reason why it's 2 generations behind is because Meisei is kind of, you know, touted as like that like once great school, and by once great school I mean they made it to caution once and it completely collapsed. So shit didn't exactly go very well. Which is funny because in the final episode they have their old coach back. So it's like thinking about that now, I'm just like, man, he wasn't lying when he said that he was born under an unlucky star.
Wow.
Yeah.
So my final thoughts over how the last season went about and my overall feelings was I'm on 2 different like tracks of mind. From a sports fan perspective, I thought the baseball games, the tournament, it was very much focused on the baseball because the baseball itself is the journey, and I thought the build up to the games each had its own sense of trying to dramatize the sport of baseball. So like, oh, this, you know, round 1, exude your dominance, easy peasy street. We're done here. Let's get on to the next round. And as it keeps getting further into the tournament, it gets harder and harder, and really builds up that final game quite well, where Tatsuya has to empty his tank, and the game itself is kind of that symbolic reference to the whole weight being lifted off his shoulders for the next step in his life, which would be, does he or does he not go through with the decision to mentally get past his dead brother, or does he continue to feel bad about it, and he just, now that this part of his life is over, can he come to terms with the fact that he actually accomplished what he set out to do, which, correct me if I'm wrong, that was a big part of his personality that held him back going forward. So the baseball itself, really good. I loved it. The romantic side, I'm disappointed on because that felt like such an important part of why I fell in love with the series to begin with. And I think they detracted too much away from that and concentrated too much on the baseball. I don't think they found a good middle ground in keeping Minami and Tatsuya's relationship from growing to the extent that would make for a satisfying ending in that regard. It does tell you it doesn't outright tell you what happens, because the final 2 episodes are that weight being lifted off and what is going to be their ultimate decision. Minami's, is she going to wait? Is old dad smoking on the pipe? He finally gives his kind of blessing that you have reached this next stage, but don't get me wrong, buddy. If you don't make this decision, I'm going to be a selfish parent and say, look, if this guy comes along, I'm going to go for him, but I really want you. So grow a set and go to her. And Tatsuya's still just, man, I don't know. He has a lot to process mentally. And like a real person, he can't just make this decision lightly. He's very torn, and he goes to Koshin, pitches the game, and then it kind of sets up a nice little, okay, he made his decision. Is it the most satisfying visual? The anime I base a lot of romance to is Maizuna Kaku, okay? And it's even from the 80s of the same era. And yes, that is very much more episodic and more comedy-based. The romance was still always front and foremost with the overall plot, and how that ended to a satisfying conclusion and really let you know this is what the characters felt. Touch didn't do that for me, while it did do it for the baseball. So I'm very of those two minds in a satisfied and unsatisfied sense.
I don't really agree with that.
That's okay.
So no, but like, so for what the characters feel isn't has never really been hidden, right? It's been plain sight. Well, everybody knows Tatsuya likes Minami. Everybody knows Minami likes Tatsuya. They've done so. That's been established a long ass time ago. We've talked about that. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts. The problem, which the show always focused on, was the fact that Tatsuya, especially now that Kazuya is gone, he cannot bring himself. Well, before Kazuya was gone, he couldn't bring himself to tell Minami that he liked her, because obviously he felt that Kazuya was the right one for her, as did everyone. And since that, because of the way Tatsuya is, he does not really want to get ahead, right? He feels he's cheating, and doesn't really want to do anything. So he doesn't know how to feel, because it's not in his personality to do so. And that's kind of what comes up again at the end, when it's like, oh, now they can finally be together. And it's like, well, is that actually what he wants, though, right? Like, because is he going to be able to do that, or is that too much for him? He is uncertain about that, and then he goes to Koshin, because it's like he has that problem again, right? He's empty, because it's like the entire thing has been he needs to fulfill this promise, not only to Minami but also to Kazuya, for both of their sake. And now they're at Koshin, and like he explains himself, he feels empty because he's reached the goal. Everybody's super excited, but he doesn't know. He doesn't really know what to feel about that. He's done what he set out to do. Now what? And then that's why they have this thing, right, where it's like Minami is upset because she overheard that when Tatsuya had that talk with her father, and he was kind of like, I don't know, I'm sorry, I can't really answer to this question now, whether or not I will marry her in the future or not. He's kind of sad about that, and, but it turns out that he before the game, he kind of realizes that, you know what, I have made up my mind. I need her here. I need her to cheer me on.
Yeah, the phone call really meant a lot to me as a fan, wanting them to at least give me something. So in that regard, yes, I did really like the phone call and the setup. It's something very simple that, in that sense, it was satisfying. If that's what you're going for, Tori, then yes, I do agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Hickey, you've been quiet about this. What are your thoughts?
Over the romance? I agree with
the show ending, the romance, the baseball.
Yeah, I agree with Tori. I mean, we all know they like each other. I guess not focusing on the romance, it gives freedom to Minami to do something. It would be bad if she just stayed there in the gymnast club and she was just melancholic looking at the games and whatnot, but she was moving her own pieces behind the scenes with the coach, the woman he used to like, which married her brother Reiko, Kashiwaba Reiko. She swapped up the coach, and her story with the coach is way more interesting than the romance in this case at the end, because like maybe the final decision of what Tatsuya will do is more interesting than any romance development, because the romance is already developed ever since the brother just died. Ever since Kazuya died, it's just like very, 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 very evident that Tatsuya will have to make a decision of, admitting that he loves Minami. The only rival he had was Nita, but at the end, Nita is just like, man, I just want to see this motherfucker pitching his heart out, and we have a good fight. And he doesn't care much about Minami by the end anymore. So like, there's no rivals, there's nothing. If you just do romance, I think Minami place would be and role will be extremely underrated if she was just on the romance, and it will just also add a lot of unnecessary complexity to the whole story, because now Tatsuya would have to concentrate between baseball and between his life, while he already did the choice of concentrating on the baseball part, which means it would be frustrating to see Minami flirting and he not responding. So the decision of using her to inside the heart change in the Oni coach, Eijiro, is extremely good, because you're getting two characters with the romances already established, and both of them are moving the story forward without necessarily depending on a romance that is already full developed. Both of them want the best. Both of them want to go to Koshien, and both of them help a lot Oni coach, which means it's a very, very, very clever solution to the problem of what you do with Minami and Tatsuya with their relationship, when the relationship is basically already full developed. The only thing you need is Tatsuya to grow up some balls and admit, confess or something. So for me, it was good that they left the romance aspect a little bit to the side and used more of Minami personality as a good character she is, as cunning as she is, as bold as she can be, to incite the coach of realizing everything. Of course, another special part is the actual coach Nishio coming and saying like, I'm not a coach to get those guys on Koshien. I was not, like, they need a real coach, and he finally admits that he knew it was Eijiro, not Eiichiro, who were in charge of the whole time. And that big reveal, those kind of two things. But if it wasn't Minami going there, as Reiko says, or actually it wasn't Reiko, it was the boxing club guy, said, you can say what Reiko, you can relay the message Reiko gave to you, but the result of the message is not known. We don't know if the coach will be, change his heart and say, God damn it, I'll go to Koshien because my brother wanted to go to Koshien. Those motherfuckers want to go to Koshien. I can give them Koshien. Or he'll just double down and be lost forever. Minami has an extremely important role in that. So if she was just more in the romance, I feel that part of the story and that part of her role in the story would be not as good, because she would be splitting her screen time between flirting with Tatsuya, which is extremely disnecessary, this part, especially because we have the Nita sister doing that job.
Yes,
flirting.
Yes, you're right. Yuka's role is basically being the flirtatious side character, trying to steal him.
Yeah, and then you'd have like kind of more conflict with Yuika, and then not so much time with her story of Reiko, and understanding the past and revealing the past of Eijiro, which it's pretty much just Minami doing that. So yeah, for me, it sit right in a very good spot.
Yeah, definitely. There's no, I absolutely agree with that. There's a lot to that. Also, one thing that I was really looking forward to in this last part, because was seeing what kind of profound message would Harada come with this time, boxing club guy, because he's had a few of those all throughout this show so far, and I'm just sitting there, I'm waiting for it. Harada doesn't really serve that role that much this season, this final season, somewhat towards the end, but I was just like, is he just gonna be like there? Is he not gonna have anything to say? And then you get the scene when they're at the South Wind and the parents are drinking and they give him beer. I mean, he's like, no, you can't have that. And he's already drunk it. And then it's just like he goes into that thing because Tatsuya's like channeling his inner Kazuya to try to pitch like him, which makes it less good. But it's like fucking, I love that moment when he just suddenly just goes drunk and it's like, but Tatsuya will make it to the question like this, and then he just slams the fucking desk and is just like, that's not Tatsuya.
Yeah,
I love that.
It's like there's no point of Kazuya getting to Koshin. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Oof.
No, but fucking, like, I just like it's like, what profound messages are we gonna get? Nothing. Harada's gonna be drunk and he's gonna be fucking angry. And I'm like, yes.
I'll take it.
Listen, Harada's best character in this show. Fight me.
I liked Harada's kind of back roll at the end where it's just him and Minami at the game. And he's sitting there, and he still sees Tatsuya as this guy who only thinks of others, just for Tatsuya to... And it kind of shows Minami's understanding of Tatsuya's mindset, where she just goes, nah, he's probably going to pitch to Nita to finish this game off.
No, but not even that. I like that part because it's like, Tatsuya wasn't going to pitch to Nita. He was going to do the smart thing and walk him.
Right.
And then fucking Kotaro was just like, oh yeah, sure, absolutely, totally, we'll do that. And then he goes back, okay, everyone, spread out, spread wide. And it's just like, you're not fucking doing that. You're not going to fucking play like Kazuya. We're not going to allow that.
I was wondering, so Tatsuya was built up as this smart pitcher, right? And I was like, okay, so he's going to chuck him a bunch of fastballs, and then he'll hit him with a changeup or curveball or a screwball or something that he just decided to pull out of his ass, just for it to be another fastball. And it was just this epic, he missed once. It's like, I would have loved Tatsuya to win his way and not the way Kazuya would. But it does make all the sense in the world that that's how it would end.
I don't really agree with that because fastballs was Tatsuya's thing. He doesn't have. He has like no control. All he has is speed. So it's like at the end of the day, of course, it would be a fastball.
The game he won as Kazuya was the no hit no run.
Yes. Yeah.
That was the pick. And Harada is just like, that man is just, he's not Tatsuya.
Yeah, because all of them, they were just like, oh, his control is so good and he can mix it up. And it's like, but that's not Tatsuya. Tatsuya literally only has one thing, fastball.
Yeah, I thought he'd pull something out of his ass.
Nah, no, that would be fun.
Nita missed the timing on the ball. He didn't miss the timing. He missed the height of the ball? Yeah.
It went under. So it was probably a like two-seam fastball just down on the plate. if I'm gonna put some baseball spin on it.
Some inside baseball.
It's good.
My knowledge there.
This is a baseball anime anyway.
Well, yeah.
I'm not knowledgeable of baseball. I know you need to hit the ball with a bat and then run. That's it.
You need to hit the ball with a bat. For some reason, you're not allowed to chuck the bat at the pitcher. I don't know why. It's pretty boring to me.
True.
Why doesn't he just take the bat with him?
You run with a bat, and whenever somebody threatens to fucking throw
Don't
the
you
ball,
catch
you
that?
Just fucking, you're just like, motherfucker, try me.
Yeah, that would be funny. Now, this anime did get me absolutely pumped for the upcoming baseball season, even if my favorite team, the Rockies, traded away their star player in the offseason. Not too happy about that, so I'll just be kind of watching games, and my team probably losing a lot of games this coming season. Big bummer. I'm sure you guys know exactly what I'm talking about.
Absolutely, 100%.
Of course.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Baseball is the national sport of Brazil.
Really?
No,
Damn.
of course not.
Of course not. I was like, well, I mean, it could, like, I believed you for a second there because in Canada, it's not hockey, it's lacrosse.
Yeah, but Canada's wrong.
Canada's wrong about a lot of things sometimes.
Hockey is not our national sport. Sure, it is in Canada. How's your hockey season going?
That's like kind of saying baseball is for America now, but it's really not. It's a National Football League. Yeah. Anyways.
I cannot believe they resurrected Yoshida for that one game.
Oh, yeah. I looked at that guy when he's just standing there, and I'm like, who the fuck's this guy?
Oh, yeah, he's just standing in the the outfield stands. Yeah, he's just, oh, okay.
Fucking ominous
he's
music
back.
playing, and I'm like, who? What? What's happening?
Oh,
Hey, guys, it's me. Eh? Who? One thing, though, that kind of annoyed me a little bit about that, I mean, they fixed it, thankfully, but I kind of hate that when it's just like typical, like, oh, former player comes back to pitch against us, and then it's just like, well, you don't seem to understand. I know how all of you play, therefore I'm your kryptonite. And I'm like, I understand that, but shouldn't that also technically work the other way around?
Right.
You'd think so, right? But I mean, they did fix it afterward, when it's just like, we have a new coach. We've been practicing more. We've gotten better. You remember what we used to be. We're better now. It's like, that kind of fixes it a little bit. But it's just like, it's a little bit annoying because they always do it in sports anime. It's the former player. I know all about you. It's like, okay. I feel like they should know you as well, but sure, let's just ignore that part.
Yeah, I'm sure they all watched the tape. I'm sure there were spies at the practice, and they got, oh, he's learned a change up. Oh, gasp.
I know that you are bad at pitching. And I was like, I know what you're bad at batting. It's like, useful information. Thank you.
Amazing.
It is funny how in the games there is such a difference between, and I saw this in Major as well, where the strategy of Japanese and Korean baseball is very much kind of this old National League style, old school, where it's, oh, a person's on second or third, just walk the batter, and then you can maybe get a double play situation or get a sac fly situation. While in the American League, or usually Western baseball here, to put a turn on the phrase, I guess, it's always about the battle and getting home runs. So the strategy to turn at the end was, we're not gonna, they made such a big deal about it, he's just gonna walk him. No, he's gonna pitch at him, and everyone's like, what? That's not how we play.
First base was free, dude. Oh, nah, but it is. One thing, though, that I kind of underrated, I like that with Eijiro, Oni coach, as well at the end. When it's just like, typical. They're always building like the final big bad up. It's like, oh, look how good they are. Smashing everyone easy, no problem. Like, this is it. And then there's like Eijiro's final message to the players at the end. It's just like, they're just a high school team. They're not that good. And I love that. It's just like, it's such a fucking unconventional thing. Because they always build them up as such, like, fucking powerhouses. Like, oh, they might be high schoolers, but goddamn it, they're going straight to the pro leagues. They're gonna fucking play against the world elite. They're that good. And then you have the only coach just like, they fucking suck. They're high schoolers. They don't know anything about strategy or anything.
They know
can
nothing.
barely
We
fucking
have
hit
to
the
tell
ball.
right. We have to tell them everything. Fuck, the pitcher only has a fastball.
Yeah, it's like, they're one-trick ponies. God.
Yeah, I was reading through kind of old reviews of the show, and one in particular I came across described it as the unrealistic expectation of what these high schoolers can do, where a guy could go out there, pitch 14 innings, still have things left in the tank, throw a 70-mile-an-hour fastball like it's the best thing in the world, and also be the star hitter of the team. If that was the real case, the St. Louis Cardinals would have drafted this guy yesterday, and he'd be up against the Chicago Cubs tomorrow. I really like that comparison. I was dying. I was like, okay, because that was Yoshimura's shtick. Nita is the star batter who can just hit anything. And Tatsuya's 2 years in, and now he's one of the star players of the entire league country. Made me laugh. Will definitely have me look at some of these older or other sports anime kind of in a different light. Kuroki no Basuke, let's get it going.
I mean, but Kuroko does the same thing,
I
though.
bet iShield 21 reviews might be very fun.
Oh yeah. No, but like Kuroko, just to kind of touch on that, Kuroko is kind of interesting because it's the same thing, right? It's like the players are built up; they're super amazing. They're definitely gonna make it in. And as a pro basketball player, they are fucking. They're so good until you get to that fourth movie, and then they play against a fucking street basketball team from the U.S. and the fucking generation of miracles is just getting slammed.
Yeah, they're trash.
Fucking nothing. It's just like, okay, I see. They did think about this. It's like, nah, fuck you. Kagami goes to the US and he has a fucking hard time. So yeah, no, okay, I'm glad they realized that it's kind of silly to have a bunch of high schoolers be like fucking pro tier plus.
This review has gone off the rails.
It has, but it's relevant because they do the same thing in Touch.
They do.
Okay.
They do.
Well, at least Tsubasa got to Barcelona.
He
Yeah.
did.
So.
He should have gone to Madrid.
Is that?
By the way, isn't Barcelona trash this
enough.
year? Am I missing something? I haven't looked at
No, they are.
I haven't looked at La
They are.
Liga's standings in a while.
They're not doing so well.
Let me check.
They just
this
got knocked out of the Champions League by PSG, and fun times.
They are in third, 1 point behind Madrid.
Yeah, they're trash. Madrid isn't good this year either. So
God, they both have 4 losses already. That's really funny compared to a lot of other leagues. It's just like, man, if you lose like 2 games, you're trash.
yeah, but I mean, it is because of it's like it's not exactly uncommon for Barcelona and Real Madrid to go through a season with barely any fucking losses, anyways.
Right.
So it's like obviously they're doing like a generational change, and Barcelona's struggling hard. They just recently replaced their president as well, and financially they're not doing too well. And Messi's probably leaving maybe this time because his contract is running out.
Mm-hmm.
He's going back to play in Argentina. Oh wait, he's not.
Yeah.
He never played in Argentina.
He's probably going to PSG or something.
Come on. He's going to come to
no
the U.S. and get a lot of not money.
Maybe we'll see. We will see.
Messi
yeah,
goes
Touch.
to China.
China is fucking blowing up like in the bad way. The Chinese Super League is almost dead. A lot of the stars that I went there, they're not getting paid anymore. Because guess what? They couldn't afford it after all. It's almost like they've been fooled.
No way.
I know, right? Shock horror. By China,
So-
never.
Touch.
Touch, yes.
Remember when
Man,
they
I cannot believe. It was a good ending. I believe. Like
Yeah.
I enjoyed. It feels like whenever they have a shitty character, when they try to do a redemption arc to the guy, they go so hard in trying to make you pity them, Like, depends on how bad they are. So, like, Oni Coach was definitely a fucking devil, but then he goes blind, and it's like, man, I feel sorry for him. I know he tortured these kids really hard, but man,
Yeah, but he was bullied that one time. Don't you remember?
yeah, he was bullied. It's like, man, I feel sorry for this dude. He deserves going blind, but it's his fault because the medic said, the
Yeah.
doctor's like, can you please just come to this hospital? Or you're going to go blind? And he was like, pfft.
I do find it kind of funny though that he literally went for a checkup just for no fucking reason, just to kind of give us the viewers an idea of what the fuck is actually going on. And it's just like, oh yeah, you're going blind. I told you last time. You need to come in regularly. And it's just like, yeah, totally. Never shows up again. It's like, why did you go to the fucking to get a checkup then?
Yeah.
All right, here's the thought over some more of these high schoolers actually still suck. There's a whole game around a team that just has more than one pitcher.
Yeah, the triple change of pitchers. I love that.
What do you mean we're gonna play a game and they have 3 pitchers and they're gonna change? That's not allowed. Wait, they can do that? Why don't we do that?
That's not in the rules. Like, no, it is. I mean, they do that. They have that fucking the guy who, what's his
They
name?
use Sasaki.
Yeah.
And even what is his name? When he was in Meisei, Yoshida was also a pitcher.
Yep.
Right.
But Sasaki fucking sucks though. Like, can you
Sasaki
please take
sucks.
over? Yeah. It's like fucking.
Hey, he tried
Can
his
you-
best. He
did.
jumped just save Yuka from an assassin. Okay?
That has nothing to do with baseball, okay? Doesn't matter.
It has to do with sportsmanship, I guess. He's resilient. Even the coach says this motherfucker sucks. I don't know why he keeps coming back, but he just comes back. He's just annoying and resilient as fuck.
Oh, I know
How
exactly
hard
why
I
he comes
torture
back.
Oh, it's not worth it. It's not fucking worth it.
Apparently, it is them. No, it's a funny character. I like the fact that it's like that offsets kind of the whole like the Yuka hitting on Tatsuya all the time could have been really annoying. So I like the fact that he kind of steps in as like that offset, which is like, nah, I want her.
He does say
Makes it a
that.
little bit nicer.
Yeah, but
He does say that, yeah.
but she still like hangs out with Tatsuya constantly, and
I know it.
yeah.
He is there spying on them and fucking shows up, and it's just like, and Tatsuya's just like, just say what's on your mind sometimes, and he's just like, I like her. Like, yeah, we all know. I don't like when you hang with her.
Fair. Yeah. Hey, look, she hangs out with me. I just accept it at this point. I can't remember when she tricked me into going out on a date with her. That was lame.
and he is just like fucking like, okay, I'm just gonna keep getting in between you two every time. It's like, thanks.
Yeah, every step of the
please
way,
do.
all the way to the end, Yuka's like, Tatsuya, will you walk me home? And he just goes, no.
Yeah. Well, you walk me home. I'll do it. All right, I'm going home by myself. No, you're not.
And then Tatsuya just pushes him, go.
Yeah. Go, just go.
Just
No, it's,
go, brah.
It's funny. I also like that, Yuka constantly does a fucking judo throw at people as well. And then she tries it on him, and he's just like, I'm strong. I've gotten stronger, haven't I? And then she just fucking gets annoyed and trips him up and does the judo throw anyways. I like Sasuke. He's fun.
Yeah, he's nice. He just, oh man, he tries his best. That's what matters.
He does.
Yeah. Then okay. Unfortunately, we don't have a conclusion to him, which is unfortunate. He just goes to Koshi and is like, wait. And then, like, Kazuya's like, wasn't Sasuke here? He's like, yeah, no, but he wanted to sit close to the window, and Kazuya just looks at him, and he's just poorly, like, it was one of the last cells to be drawn for the enemy, so he's poorly drawn, sitting down at the window. He doesn't even have eyes, he just have 2 dots as eyes. It's just like, oh man, they made you dirty. You should have some kind of conclusion to your story.
Yeah, at least tell us they won or lost or what have you, but I get what they were going for, and then there's the beach scene where Tatsuya and Minami are hanging out, and the shoes drop. It's a nice little scene, kind of gives you, okay, they made their decision kind of attitude of it. How funny would it have been though? Okay, here's a thought that ran through my head. You know how there was that celebrity on the train that was kind of always in the background on the TV? How funny would it have been where she escapes the club, and because he's not interested, she's interested in him, and then he just goes, you know what, Minami, I'm going with the celebrity right in front of Yuka after all of that, because he has no idea that's the celebrity because he hasn't watched television in God knows how long. Like, they had it set up for such a FU ending. I was just, like, all these just random thoughts were going through my head of how could they just piss off the entire fan base in one fell swoop.
Not going to Goshen. I thought...
Yeah, and then he just doesn't show up at Goshen after it all.
It's just like, you know what, I've done what I set out to do. I'm returning back to being like Sitatsu.
I cannot... Yeah, it's like, oh, Minami, I cannot pitch this game without you, so I'm going back. You're like, well, I'll go.
I cannot pitch this game without you, so I'm going back. Wait, you're going back? You're coming back to me? No, not to you.
I'm just going home.
With me. I'm bringing someone with me, God.
Oh, yeah, the celebrity goes home with them, too.
It's like, whoa.
I thought his last pitch would be considered illegal because he was so far away from the mound after he pitched.
Oh,
like,
man,
wait,
yeah, it shows him just completely missing the catcher completely, and he comes down with a form of the yips, and he just can't do anything. I mean, mentally, I guess that would make sense.
Yeah, I feel sorry for Nishimura. Like, they made him, like, that wasn't cool.
They did him dirty. Absolutely did him dirty.
But he is so old now. He's been pitching for so long.
Yeah, what? 18? He's 18. His career's over.
I do like that. That's the thing, though. It's just like, I've been pitching fucking Red Bull since I was in fucking primary school. I've got some mileage built up, and I'm like, motherfucker, no, you don't. Mileage built up my ass. Fuck it.
Sports anime are always just so whack sometimes.
I mean, of course, it's like you mentioned Kuroko before.
It's just like every single sports anime we reviewed so far has like, oh, I cannot play anymore because I fucked my hand. It was the same as Attack Number 1.
It was the same as Major in season 2, where he's like 12 and he blows out his arm.
Yeah, it's
Ace Onori as well. It's like she fucks up the hand and she loses the movement of the hand. Mm-hmm. It's like, my God, it's like, but poor Nishimura, that was such. I mean, his grandmother died as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. That was just like a fucking throwaway line as well. It's just like, my grandmother died. It's just like, yo, I was expecting him to lose because of the fucking of the elbow, but goddamn, you're gonna throw that at me as well.
I was like, that was so uncalled for. That was so unnecessary. Like, choose one.
My elbow is fucked. I can't play anymore. My grandma died. My dog got fucking hit. My brother got hit by a truck. Wait, hold on.
Yeah. No, like,
wait, what was that? What was that last one?
This show doesn't do a lot of drama, but when they do, they just go in on the wrong, without pun intended. Just it hits you like a truck.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh, everything is okay. Boom, Katsu just get butted. And then it's like, oh, everything's okay. Nishimura almost lost the arm ability, and his grandmother died. Then everything's going fine, and coach goes blind. It's like, holy shit.
I did like when they fucking like at the end there with him and the like fat manager they had. I do like that at the end of that scene where he's there just hanging out, and the people walk by and he's like, what's wrong with him? After he lost, he's so desperate he even settles for ugly people like that. And he's just like, I'm going to the toilet. I'll be right back. Just takes all of them to the toilet and beats them up. It's just like, fuck yeah. But of course, the show can't let Nishimura have anything. So he walks out, runs into Minami. They walk by, and a couple of girls walks by. Like, wow, why is Minami hanging out with such an ugly guy?
Oh no!
Just immediately, and I'm like, damn, you can't let this guy have like 5 minutes, huh?
Yeah, no, it's so sad. But I like the phrase when Suzuko, which is the manager, she's like, I'm sorry, I should leave. And he's like, no, it's okay. It's not like you got ugly yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, oh, holy shit. Dude.
He's a savage.
So here's the thought that
Poor
was
Nishimura.
that upon the conclusion, I had a thought that goes, okay, what if, and I've thought about this a few times in anime. What if they do the same series, right? But they not a true sequel, but they do the same series, and they just begin at a kind of turning point in the story. For example, Minami ends up with Nishimura. Nishimura doesn't blow out his arm, and then the whole series is about a different set of circumstances around the characters, and then they can expand on the show that way rather than doing a sequel. Worst idea, or could be good?
I mean, that is essentially what makes this, though. It's not a sequel. It is kind of a sequel, but it's like an alternative setting. But again, things are changed. It acts as a sequel because it technically takes place after the fact, but like, Mix is considered a spin-off of Touch rather than a sequel. So it kind of is. It kind of does exist already. But again, I didn't watch all of Mix, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly.
It was just kind of something that went through my head. So I wonder what they could do with a situation like that.
JD, watch Mix then and tell me.
Okay, all right. So there are some recommended anime to us based on watching what we have so far sports wise. There's another baseball anime from the mid '90s called H2.
Oh, not H2O.
Not H2O, yeah. It's funny enough you mentioned that. I was thinking the same thing.
Lame.
So here's the Anime Planet one. Just for fun conversation wise.
Has two loves, baseball and porn.
Well, I mean that's not quite
that is an opening line. Now I'm interested. Does it say that on Anime Planet as well?
No, it doesn't. But is that the anime? Is that the My Anime List review?
Yeah, that's
No
the opening
way.
line. Hiro has two loves, baseball and porn, but due to an elbow injury, gives up baseball.
Oh,
I thought it was going to say choosing porn.
No, oh my god. Okay. H2, My Anime List. You are not kidding. Hiro has two loves, baseball and porn, but due to an elbow injury, gives up baseball. All right, hard stop. What was he? That really implies some heavy damage due to a certain extracurricular activity.
Oh my god, I think we need to watch this at some point.
If the opening scene is him J-O-ing and he like tears his ligament, his elbow because of that, and he has to give up baseball, this is a must watch. I don't think we could do better. So H2 was recommended. H2 was recommended. An anime called Slow Step was one. It says baseball, boxing, kind of hand-to-hand combat anime. Seems to have more of a romance focus. It's an OVA, 5 episodes, early 90s, and then Slam Dunk is one that kind of goes without saying. That's another 101 episodes. I don't think we're quite ready for that. But we do need
not anytime soon, anyways. But yeah,
we do need a nice little multi-episode show to think about.
Yeah, I mean we do have some things planned for the future. So
yeah,
probably maybe not now, but you never know.
I gotta know if this character really blew out his elbow, J-O-ing.
Probably not, but I mean I guess it is. What was it? Mid 90s.
1995.
If it wasn't 80s, I think it would have been way more likely.
Well, I mean, Slam Dunk is 93, so we're kind of getting there.
I'm sorry, did he fucking blow out his elbow masturbating?
I don't remember that part of Slam Dunk.
I remember that part of Slam Dunk. No, that's man,
That's how-
memory's a little fuzzy
That's
on that
how
one.
it ends. That's how it ends. It's like, oh man, it all went south after the injury. Oh, did you get injured in a game? Nah.
No, I had a major groin pull. Let me tell you. All right, we've gone off the rails here. So we got some things to think about. I'm definitely typing in these 3 anime as possibilities in the future. Our next anime for review is Yokohama Shopping Trip, 1998 and 2002. That'll kind of get us back on our every other week staggered release.
Yeah.
What is our overall review score for Touch? As my cat's about to knock things off the table here.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say mine because it's kind of boring. I mean, people would already know it anyways. It's the same as it's been the entire time. I'm giving it an 8. I think it's a really good show. I've liked it all the time, pretty much since I started watching it. Sometimes it's a little bit slow at times and kind of drags here and there, but generally just the character dynamics, the character interactions, the relationships of everybody. Yeah, it's really well thought out. I really like the characters and character interactions. It's to me that's probably even more key to the show than the baseball is. Like it's such a big part of it all, and it's really well done. So yeah, 8 out of 10.
I'm in agreement. 8 out of 10. I got really nothing more to add to it.
I'll give it a 7.
Oh, a little low.
Just a little low. Just a little low. I think it was just not that good at the third part.
Third part did drag a little bit, absolutely.
Yeah, it was way too dragged out. And there's the My Girl music every single episode, and it just got to me. Like this last part, the micro song only played once, which is quite impressive. But yeah, no.
They ran out of. They were at the end of the contract, and they were told you can only do it one more time. Like shit.
Oh fuck, we blew everything in the third part. Shit. But yeah, no, just because of the third part, the third part, the rest, the beginning is excellent, the ending is excellent. Just the 2 parts in the middle are not so good, and the third one really drags on way too much. So 7, the 7 is good. Also, I agree with Tori, but I also like the baseball aspect of the show. I think they're very well made.
Yeah, I think so as well.
I don't disagree with that. To me, I think that it's I think that the character interaction is like, for me at least, that's like the prime, and then it's the baseball, and then it's the rest.
The music.
The music is. I understand what you're saying, Hickey, but I can't help but fucking every time they did the My Girl thing, I just got a smile on my face. It's just that perfectly cheesy song for what's going on.
It is. Definitely it is. I just got tired of listening way too much.
Don't.
It definitely would have been worse if we would have watched like everything back to back to back. Just that song all the time. It's like, okay, I get it.
Okay, well that does it for this episode. Join us next time. See you, everybody.
Peace.
Goodbye.